Perfect. There we go. I think you made me the host. That's why Jeff's the host, but all good. We're recording. Great morning, everybody. Who's got some wins for me today? For all of us, actually, not just for me.
I got a chance to participate for about 30 minutes in Housecraft.
Oop, we
And
lost
was able
you.
to learn so much. You
We
lost me?
you. I heard
Oh.
30 minutes and then I didn't really hear what was after that.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Got a chance to participate in Housecraft yesterday and learned so much. I had the opportunity to network with someone from Virginia, another realtor who had been in the business for many years, and also helps women start their own businesses, and so she was able to give me some information and motivation, and so it was just super awesome to be there.
I love it. I love it. That's great. That's a big win, right? It's always good when we can connect with someone else and collaborate and figure out how to build each other up, right? Take each other to heightened levels of success. So that's awesome. Who else? Anybody else got a win? Anybody else on the phones? I expect
Yes.
Sandra. Good morning, Sandra.
Good morning. So we got 2 Mojo listings, and they end up being buyers and sellers.
Okay. Love it. Love it. So you got one of each? Or
Correct. No, I have both.
both?
2 listings, two buyers.
Boom. There you go. That's big. And what was that from, you said?
Mojo.
Ojo?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's good because usually they're just buyers. Mostly it's just buyers, but congratulations, that's amazing. There you go. She going 10x. That's what Jeff said. She going 10x. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, Sandra, why don't you share kind of what you said? Obviously, they're a little more, pre-qualified kind of, so to speak, because they're vetted through Ojo.
Yeah, so they were expireds. They were expireds, and again, I just kind of called and said, hey, I noticed that your property was on the market and it didn't sell. And pretty much I went with the grants script, and they pretty much explained what happened. And that this time it was a kind of sensitive situation where they weren't happy with the agent. And so of course I went in for the kill and, I'm focusing more or less. Well, let's start over. I'm identifying what the other agent did not do during the call, and then went there focusing on the opposite of what they wanted. So they were more interested in making sure that, hey, I was taken care of versus just wanting to sell my house. That was going to come at the end anyways. You just have to make sure that you nurture the need. And that's what I did.
That's right. I love it. I love it. So yeah, and let's just clarify. Mojo with an M or Ojo with an O?
M.
M. Okay, she did say Mojo. Got it. Cool. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Awesome. Congratulations. It's always amazing getting listings. So great job. Applause for that. Who else is on the phones getting some listings? That's what I want to know. Or just who else is on the phones?
I am. I have an appointment. I shared with you guys earlier in Cardone, but so this is FISBO. So let's hope that goes well. It will go well.
Love it. It will go well. That's right. Speak some power over it. I love it. I love it. Great job. Great job being on the phones. Let me see. Who else can I call out about being on the phones? Lamel, Troy, you guys on the phones? What do you got for me?
I'm not on the phone for the last yesterday and today. I have my 14-hour CE doing this for today and tomorrow. But I do have a win though, because I have a buyer I was speaking with for over a year. She first wanted to rent, And then I kind of messed up with not really following up with her. But then she was working with another realtor. And then what ended up happening was she sent him all the information paperwork in the sense of her all her financials and everything. But he took way too long to get anything to a lender. So she ended up calling me back, and then I just started working with her right away with everything. And she was just really grateful for that. So I kind of got back my buyer. And yeah, I'm working with her now. I got some other buyers from doing some Google ads and everything. So, just getting a lot more traction, which is good on
Good.
one side. Yeah.
Love it. I love it. Love it. Great job. When are you getting back on the phones, Lumel?
Tomorrow after
Tomorrow.
my class. Yeah.
Tomorrow. How long are you putting in tomorrow?
I'll be on the from 9. I'll be at the office at 9. So from 9 to like 10, 3 hours or
Okay, 9 to
11.
noon? 9 to
Yeah.
noon?
Yeah, 9 to
All
noon.
right.
Exactly.
All right. Sounds good. I love it. All right. Anybody else? What time we got? 7:40? Anybody else got anything to share this morning, or shall we get into a role play? What's up, Vanessa?
I was just going to share real quickly. I had somebody reach out to me yesterday. Well, actually, they've been contacting me for a little while, last week or so, but they were asking me to sell a business. And then after research, they don't even have a building. It's just a business. But I do take that as a win because then, I mean, obviously my sphere is starting to figure out that I'm actually, a realtor and I have the opportunity to sell and that kind of thing. So I was excited about that. And I'm always willing to help people. So it's a big project and trying to help this family currently. They happen to be in the chiropractic family. So that's one of my things that I do like to do is help people. So it's kind of my win.
I love it. Helping someone else, being of service, being of value is always a win. Always, always, always. So great job. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right. Role play time. Who is on the cooker today? Anyone want to volunteer first of all? No one? All right. Let's see. Let's see. Alicia, are you here?
Yes, I am.
Okay, great. Who else? Who's gonna be your partner on the dance? We'll have you as the agent. And Michelle, are you here? All right, Michelle's not. Who else? Who else?
I'm sorry, I am here, but I'm
oh.
getting my little one ready for school right now.
Okay, I'll give you a free pass today, but only today. All right, let's see. Sandra, do you wanna play seller?
Sure.
All right, let's go. Alicia, you're the agent. Sandra, you're the seller. You guys can do what you want.
Hi. Sandra?
Hello.
Hi, my name's Cynthia with Hayden Realty. Giving you because I saw that your property was for sale and it did not sell. What's going on? What happened?
So the realtor did come in and they did do their job in reference to putting the property on the market. However, what really happened here was they came in telling me, because I wanted one price, okay? So I want to sell my house for $350,000. And they told me that I would have to literally remodel everything in order to get that price point. So unless you can come and do a better job, I am not interested in going with a realtor.
Oh my, I'm so sorry to hear that. I mean, I would definitely love to stop by and, take a look at the property. And yes, I would love to, say I could do a better job, but is it okay if I stop by today around 4 or 5?
Okay, so when you're stopping by, what is that going to entail?
So I would like to take a look at the property and, kind of do a walkthrough and see, how we can market that property and sell it for the highest price point. Is
Sell
4
it
or
for the
5
highest
okay for
price
today?
point.
Yes.
I mean, it's not bad. It's just that I don't want to waste anyone's time, and that realtor really wasted my time. And I'm more or less interested in how, my numbers, Can you just do some
Yeah, and
comps? Because here's that's what they were saying. They were talking about comps all the time. And
okay. Yeah,
I'm more
I'm
350 price point.
okay. I mean, we can definitely pull the prompts. I'll stop by with the comps as well. But in order to, see what's needed to sell the property, I would have to stop by, take a look at the property, and to see, is it really any upgrades needed, or, the best way to market the property? Is about 4 or 5 today good for you for me to stop by?
It's not that it's not good for me. I just want this to be effective. I want that if you come, because I get these calls every day. The calls just keep coming. They don't stop.
Yeah.
So I just want to make sure that it's effective. That when, whoever's coming, because people try to come here all the time. But I like your voice.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I just like your voice.
Okay.
And I'm very spiritual. So I can already see that, I just kind of feel a connection. So here's what I'm trying to say. If you're going to come here, you're going to be effective, because this realtor made me go and spend $50,000. He said, if I wanted to sell my house for $350,000, I would have to upgrade bathrooms, and I had to upgrade kitchens. So please note that I'm very frustrated right now, because this has already been done. The contractors are finishing up their last touches, and they're pretty much painting. They just have to paint and take care of a few things.
So you've already made all those changes. Oh, wow. I'm definitely alarmed that you already spend the 50K. So I mean, bathrooms and kitchen definitely sells a property. So I'll stop by, we'll take a look. You said painting is the only thing left to do?
Yes, that's when I'm looking around here. That's just about it. Yes.
Yeah, so we'll definitely make it an effective meeting, not looking to waste your time or anything. So we'll confirm today at 4 or 5 would be good. Which one is best for you?
Let's do 4:30, but you have to be on time. Okay, please.
Definitely will. Okay, Sandra. So, I mean, thank you so much. So looking forward to seeing you today at 4:30. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Just bring your
Thank
A
you.
game. Okay.
Definitely will. Thank you. And you have a good one. I'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Great job, team. Great role play all around. Sandra, do you got any feedback? You were the seller. So any feedback for Alicia off the rip?
I'm more or less wanting to know, I wish I would have got more information on how you're trying to gonna be, outside of the marketing and stuff like that. What are you gonna do to try to sell my property? Because this person who just came in, I'm already, tragically devastated by their input and money I've already spent. So yeah, more or less just wanting to know more feedback on how you're going to do that. But overall, definitely she stayed on cue with what she wanted, which was her appointment time. And she got it. Yeah, that's all for now. If I can
All right.
remember.
Love it. Love it. Love it. So what I would say, yeah, I would agree. It was great how persistent you were with the appointment. But one thing I would have done was like play into her why a little bit more. Did she just leave? She did just leave. All right. Well, I guess I'll share for the group, and if she comes back, well, I'll share for her. But what I would have done differently is play into a little bit more of the why and kind of figure out. So why do you want that three? Oh, she's back. Okay, there we go. Oh, Alicia, you back? Oh, she's connecting. Hold on. There we go. She's connected. Are you back, Alicia? We got you. She was running away from the feedback.
Can you
She
hear
didn't
me?
want-
No,
we can
I
hear
did not hear it. I'm sorry.
No, I'm kidding. I'm
phone.
kidding. I'm
driving.
kidding. I'm only kidding. But
Alrighty.
so what I was just saying is, I loved how persistent you were with the appointment. That was great that you got it locked in. But one thing I would have done differently is play on the why a little bit more. I don't think you really too much found her why.
Uh-huh.
You found
did
maybe a
not.
pain point, but I don't think you found the why, right? So I would have said, okay, why do you need the 350? Why is that your bottom line? Like, where'd you come up with that number?
Okay.
Right? And you can kind of figure out what she plans to do with the money, like, you know, and then no, Alicia was the agent.
Yes, I was the agent. I was driving. I don't have a script handy, so I
Hey,
kind of
that's
try
okay.
to.
You did great. You did great.
Okay.
And sometimes it's, you know, it's not even about the script. It's just about listening to them. Right. And so I think that's the big thing, just asking more questions to kind of find her motivation. Right.
Mhm.
But other than that, I thought it was good. I thought you did ask some good questions. I would have asked, you know, what upgrades did you do? And okay, and
Okay.
did you get any, you know,
And the why.
what sort of traction? You put 50,000 in upgrades into it, like she said, right? Like, did you get any, you know, did you get any traction from that? Did people like it? What was the feedback on that? Like, just find out a little bit more of where she kind of stands with everything. Right?
Okay.
Because it's, even though you went for what you want, which was the appointment,
Mhm.
that's great. It's more so about finding out what they want and providing
Mhm.
value, and then they'll want to sit down with you, right? So
Yes.
but it was great. It's just a little like reframing, if that makes sense.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that feedback.
Of course. Anyone else got feedback for Alicia? I think it was great though, both sides. Sandra, you did a great job with the seller as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think she did great, especially since she's not used to role playing. Sandra did amazing. She made the call very realistic. So I appreciate that. You know, I would say at least Alicia just study the script a little and that's it. Find out more, like she was saying. I'm gonna send you the link to the Haas Pratt book so that you can read it. It helps us a lot when it comes to cold calling. So I'll send that over to you.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yep,
Yeah,
and
no problem.
also a new one we picked up too is Ninja Selling. That's another good one. That's got a lot of good stuff in there and a lot of good like responses and stuff. So, but yeah, I think that was great. Anyone
I have
else?
a question.
Go for it.
No, my question was, what other lead generation platforms does other people use here?
Well, for us, we mainly just use cold calling. That's our primary bread and butter.
Yeah. No. I'm talking about what type of company do you use? Because I remember, like earlier, I said I'd use Mojo.
Like sources. Yeah, we use
Yeah,
Land Voice for
sources.
the data. I think pretty much
Got
everyone
it.
probably dials with Mojo. Mojo's a great dialer, you know, because you can go between one line, two lines. Jeff, you text. Yeah, there's also I know Vulcan is a different one. And Vulcan is more expensive. Yeah, Vulcan, like Jeff just said, it's more expensive, but it's like higher quality data. I think it's only a single line dialer.
Yeah.
There's all sorts. The dialer doesn't really matter per se. You know, you could really just get the
Absolutely.
information and then hand dial if you wanted to. Yeah, there's plenty of sources. I mean, it's really just about the data. Land Voice is pretty solid data for what we use. But from what I've know and what I've heard, Vulcan is the most accurate. It's just a bit more expensive because of that.
Understood. You're completely right. When you said it's really not about where and what you kind of use, more or less, yes, for the making sure that it's correct in the numbers, but it's whoever's behind the bat, who's
That's right.
standing behind the bat. You're 100%
That's right.
correct.
It's not about the wizard, it's the wand, right? Or what, there's all those different things. But yeah, so it's really just, I mean, the big thing is if majority of your business is cold calling, obviously you want the most quality data you can get, because other than that, you could really just hand dial. But yeah, that's where we all use. Anyone else got anything they want to share? We're at 7:55. Anything they want to add? Anything they want to ask?
Yeah, I have a question. So when the seller had said, so when Sandra said, "Oh, when you," I forgot how she phrased it. If you could do a better job, should you take ownership? Like, of course, I'll do a better job, or kind of play it a little more on the calm side. You know what I mean?
I think it depends on your confidence, but I wouldn't even respond to that like that. I'll be like, well, what does that look like to you?
Mm.
What does a better job look like to you? Like, what does that mean? Right. And they're like, oh, well, my agent didn't do this, right? Or my agent, well, like in her case, right? My agent told me to spend 50 grand and I updated everything and I didn't sell it still. Like, okay, when you updated it, did they take new pictures or they just left the old pictures and just, what did they do? Like, how did they market, right? Like find what she's looking for again, right? Because it's not so much important that you're saying, oh, I can do it. I can do it. Everyone will say that, right? It's actually more about finding what she wants, what's important to her. And right. Cause like, this is why you asked too, right? Like, what did your last agent do that you loved? And if they say like, oh, open houses, I love that they do open houses, right? So now you got a mental note, okay, I need to do open houses, right? What did your agent not do, or what did your agent do that you didn't love? And then you got a mental note of that, right? And that's just asking those questions and figuring out how you can be of value to her is what the main name of the game is.
I have a question. What script do you use? Is it the Grant Cardone script or?
To be honest, I really don't use too much of a script. I kind of use outlines from a couple different scripts, but like we use Grant, we use Hosses a little bit. We use some of this from Ninja Selling. Like we just implement a lot of stuff from different ones. And yeah, I mean, it's really about the questions you ask. And I think it's almost easier to go not on script and just listen to what they're telling you and base your questions around that, right? Obviously, you have the end goal, the end objective of getting the appointment. But if you're listening to what they tell you, it makes it easy to bounce the next question off it. Like what I was just saying, right? So Sandra's like, oh, I put 50 grand in. You're like, okay, did you put new pictures up? I mean, you'd be able to see it if it was expired, right? So, oh, I can see that you put new pictures up, or why didn't they put new pictures up when you updated it? It's just like taking what they say and rephrasing it in a way that's asking another question, but similar, so it keeps the conversation in like a flow.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely. But yeah, Grant scripts are good. We definitely use little bits of all of them. Jeff, do you use a script at all? Jeff's busy.
I've spent multiple years with Tom Ferry and Mike Ferry, so a lot of my stuff I would say comes from them. But also understanding the conversation. Sometimes you gotta divert from the script and be a person.
Yep.
Not a robot. So I think just have a conversation with people.
Yep, 100%. And I think a script is a great place to start and to learn and to, learn the right questions and where you how you want to direct it. But when you call a lot, right? Like I've been calling for almost a year now, right? Like you get comfortable enough and internalize those questions that you don't really need to have a script, and you can kind of just be a little more loose and fluid and just move, like Jeff said, be a person and just have a conversation with another person, right?
Yeah, because I'm pretty new to the whole process. So like when they tell me something outside of the script, I'll be like, what? It like catch me for a loophole. So I'm just trying to get used to it.
Yeah, I love it. It still happens. That still happens to me. But let me ask you something. Are you committed to it, to becoming a master at it for a year or more?
Yes,
I'll call
I'm
him.
committed. Yeah, I am.
I love it. I love it. Okay, great. I'm gonna hold you to that.
Thank you. Accountability partner.
Of
Awesome.
course, of course. All right, guys, it is 8 o'clock, so that means it's time for the phones. But appreciate everyone showing up today. Appreciate you guys role playing. Great job, Alicia. Great job, Sandra. We'll see everyone back here 7:30 tomorrow for another session. Let's go out and crush it today. Peace, peace.